Sleep is an integral part of our health and well being. And in order to get better sleep, we can do certain things to improve our circadian rhythm. And I've talked about one in the past, which was strategic sunlight exposure. So, sunlight can actually be helpful, or light exposure can be helpful, but it can also be bad if it's at the wrong time of day, especially at night when we're getting ready for bed. And so many of you won't be surprised to hear this, but light exposure at night impacts circadian rhythm, makes it much more difficult for us to get to sleep and to get quality sleep. But some new research came out and it actually revealed even, bigger risks that happen when we get exposed to light at night. And researchers followed tens of thousands of people and they had them wear a light sensor which measured their light exposure for 1 week. They followed these patients for several years, and it was surprising to find out that when the more light exposure these people had, the higher their risk of developing type 2 diabetes, even if they controlled for all other risk factors. So, light exposure can be huge in its impact on our health and well being. And we want to be especially careful to control light exposure at night. Many people already know about this in terms of not looking at cell phones or tablets or TVs, but I would encourage you to think about all the ambient light exposure you have in your bedroom. I experienced this firsthand in my room. So I'm sitting in it right now, and behind me, you can see blackout curtains that we hung up a few months ago. We already had blackout shades in our windows, and I didn't think it was a big deal. I actually like natural light, but I noticed I just hadn't slept well since we moved into this home. And so we hung additional curtains on the outside. So you can see behind me, there are these big blackout curtains, and they really do block out a lot more of the light. We also have an awkward window that the previous owner had hung a blackout shade over in a weird way, and I took it down and didn't like it, and I've since put it back up. And we've started closing the door from our bathroom into our bedroom because we also get natural light there. So I'll show you that really quick here too. So there's that awkward window with the shade, and we close that barn door all the way to get any natural ambient light out of the room. And it's had a huge impact. I noticed that I am, sleeping better and feeling more rested. And I had no idea that, even though I was trying to not look at my phone and doing all of the things, this ambient light had a big impact. And this research study sheds even more light on the fact that we need to be really careful about our exposure to light at night. This is a simple thing we can do to start paying attention to what other sources of light we might have in our room that could be disrupting our circadian rhythm, putting us at higher risk of type 2 diabetes, impacting our sleep quality, and just overall well being. It doesn't have to be overwhelming to make these simple changes to improve our health. If you like these types of tips, consider signing up for Take 5. It's my newsletter where I share simple science-based solutions for a calmer, healthier life. In the meantime, take a look at your room, your bedroom. See if there are any sources of light that you could eliminate and see how it impacts your sleep. Good luck.